Where we last left you, we had just finished welding the log arch here. And today, the goal is to weld these 8 pieces of angle iron underneath the trailer to have a support for the footing of the log arch to sit against. And also to get our stabilizer jacks welded on the end and basically have the whole end completed so that we can start on replacing our small winch with a much larger winch. One thing I did that I did not show you guys was I welded on some extra plates of metal here to beef up the legs. So I took some of our scrap metal, our 3/16, cut it up, drilled the hole through, so now the pin has a much thicker chunk of steel to sit on each side now. So this is about 7/16 on each side, just like how our footing here is 7/16 thick on each side. Just to keep this from wearing out, from doing lots of logs, right? Want this thing to last. So that's what we're gonna do. Before I weld these on, I'm gonna put a coat of paint on the back side that'll be up against the bottom of the trailer, just so it has a little bit of something to protect it. And yes, I know the paint at the ends is gonna get burned off once I weld the ends, but at least the rest of it will have something. All right. These are not bolted down all the way. I just have the bolts through the holes. The nuts are not on the other side. I spread the feet out a little bit to make it so it's not pigeon-toed at all. So it's actually in line. That's why I struggled a little bit to get the pins in. But it actually wasn't too bad. I think it would be easier. It will be easier once they're bolted down all the way. But it's not that time yet to bolt it down all the way, but it is ready to be painted. So it actually needs to come off, get painted, and then be bolted down. But we're not going to paint it yet either. Next, we're going to do the stabilizers. Let me show you how that's going to go. We're using just a regular trailer jack that you'd see at the tongue of the trailer. And we'll have 2 of them. So it's a 2,000 pound capacity. Together that's 4,000. Let's see here. All right. So it's a swing away. Means you pull that, and let's see, this will be on the down side right there. So when we want the jack up, it'll spin like that. But we have a little problem here. What's this? This isn't gonna work. Let me show you what I mean. So this lip is going to mount down here, up against here. We're going to weld around the plate, and this is how you raise and lower it. But you see a problem here? Oh, I can't raise it. I can't lower it. That's a big problem. And I'm not going to remove this. Instead, I'm going to remove this thing, and we're going to do a little bit of welding to make this actually a little more efficient. Just a little nut, lock nut. Get rid of that. Don't need it. Whoop! Wasn't supposed to do that. There it goes. Okay. There, I did it again. Stop trying to pick it up from there. What's wrong with you? Okay, don't pick it up that way. Stop laughing at me.
Okay, sorry. Serious face.
That's fine, you can laugh. Everyone else probably is. Okay. So we got this nub. We got a big nut. Take the big nut, weld it on the nub, and then you use a drill or an impact driver with a socket to raise and lower this. So let's weld it on without picking it up like that. I did it again. Ah! Natalie's enjoying this way too much. Okay.
All right, let's see how it works.
Here it goes.
Nice.
That is way better than
hand cranking.
Okay, first one is welded on. When we're traveling, we can have it like this. The nice thing is the big foot here actually is higher than this end part of the trailer by like 2 inches. Or if we want, we could have it upside down. And actually having it this way blocks less of the tail lights here.
Which might be better.
Yeah, yeah, it's a C for others to see. Otherwise, don't know, like that, I might have to move that up. I kind of don't want to do that, but I might have to at some
Sounds
point.
like more work.
It does, right? So, when we're ready to get a log, we just, boom, get out the impact. Boom. Whoops. Don't worry, that's normal. Goes right back on. And yeah, it's ready. And actually, you don't even have to have it tight, really. Just kind of there on the ground. Because this will probably take most of the weight, and then you could have the axles take the rest without having the truck ever feel like it's getting pulled up.
Right. That's pretty cool.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah, it is cool.
Right there. Ready to go. Look who's getting a delivery of water. This guy getting some water. $2,000 gallons. You just saw us get our first delivery of water. 2,000 gallons. Our tank here is over 5,000 gallons. And so it put us to about right here. So that leaves room in case we get rainwater, because we do collect. Now we've always hauled our own water with our totes here. But we found this company that delivers water for slightly cheaper than picking up the water ourselves down the road. I don't know why, but I figured, why am I doing all the work? When I can have someone do it the same thing all for me for about the same cost, but actually just a hair cheaper. It blows my mind. So, right?
Oh yeah.
Lovely lady.
This is way better.
Doing laundry off grid. Are you crazy or something?
Actually, I was just thinking to myself how life is good now, you know? Me and my laundry basket.
I'm in reverse.
Like we're in a good place, you know?
Yeah.
Like a year ago, you know, it was a little rough, but now we're like, life is kind of easy, you know, like I do laundry here and...
Oh yeah, it's so much better than taking it into town. If you are just starting off, living off grid, the first year is the worst. It's so hard, you're not gonna like... No, I'm kidding. You might like it, I mean, but you might not.
It's doable, but it's not sustainable was what I was thinking. You know, like, you're kind of like, I wouldn't want to do this forever.
What's not sustainable? Going to town?
Like the first year, you know, like if you were not to upgrade anything, like we had no power, we had no running water, like that would have been a terrible way to live if you ask me. Mm-hmm. But now we have running water, we have all the power we want.
Yep.
I do my laundry here.
Yes.
Now
we're talking like washer and dryer.
Yep. Like
a dryer that when it's going through its cycles, it's pulling like 5,000 watts. But of course we have the array that can handle it. Yep. And the entire system that can handle it.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Anyway, we're gonna get the water delivered from now on, unless they jack their prices up. Then I'll go back to hauling it myself. But that being said, let me give you a little insight. You ready for this?
Sure. Where are we going with this?
Don't tell anyone, but we're actually looking into getting a well.
That's true.
But don't get too excited either, because there's a list.
A long list.
and we still haven't signed up. But once you sign up, we're gonna have to wait like a year. So we're not signed up yet, but we're looking into it. Yep. Then we won't have to bother anyone for water. Anyway.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Okay, back to this awesome log arch. So last night we got the jacks installed on the trailer.
Yes.
And I want to try out a little experiment. It's not really an experiment, but I want to see something. I want to see something. You want to see something? You don't, she doesn't even know.
I don't know what's going on.
All right, let's check this out. Let's try it. Let's really try these things out. So we got it right there. Okay. Now, it's not hooked to the truck, but we've got the front trailer jack on the ground already, obviously. Let's lower this and raise the end up here.
Okay.
A little faster. There we go. Now back to first gear. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side. I did it. You didn't get it though.
Oh, what was it?
Over here, look. Look at this. I got the tires off the ground.
Nice.
I thought of that last night. Like, if I ever had to work on the tires or whatever, I don't even have to get jacks out to.
Right.
They're already there.
They're already on there.
Cool, man. However, that's not how these are going to work. When we're out in the forest getting logs, you don't want to put the weight of the trailer on these. When we lower these, they'll be just kissing the ground. If anything, maybe even like a little space, like a ½ inch or so, so that the trailer will take, if it's a huge log, the trailer can take some of the weight, but these will bottom out and take the rest. So you don't actually get your trailer off the ground when you're getting the logs. But it was just something I thought of, hey, I could actually jack the trailer up. And anyway, I probably rarely would need to use that feature anyway. So I just thought it'd be cool to.
But at least you have it.
Yep.
All right, let's finish this.
Carry it the long way. Don't break the table.
Oh. I know, right?
Whew. Okay. There's our new winch. The Badlands 12,000 pound, which will be replacing the winch that our trailer came with. It's a little on the small side. It's also a Badland 5,000 pound ATV winch. So, which actually might work for smaller diameter logs, but we want to be prepared. So we got the Big Daddy. It's official. I want some shade. Oh, hot up there.
Yeah, it is.
So, we're from Phoenix originally, and we're used to pretty hot weather. This is our second summer up here, however, where hot for up here is 90 degrees plus. And for about the last month, it's been in the 90s, upwards of like 97, which is pretty hot for this area. And although I'm still somewhat used to the heat, I'm actually adapting to it here. I remember when we lived in Phoenix, I remember like wishing for days that it was 100 instead of 110 to 118, or even if it was under 110, because down there they go through a string of days where it's over 110, and this year's been pretty bad. I think it's coming up on a month long since it's been 110 degrees plus every day in a row down in Phoenix. But I'm adapting to the weather here now, and 90 degrees plus is hot. So I finally got some shade set up, and now I'm like, man, if only it was 70 degrees, I'd be a lot better. But it's been over 90 for quite some time, but it's even worse down in Phoenix. That's heavy. I know where to put it. That box a lot lighter now.
Yep. I'm so strong I one-handed it.
Very good.
Will it fit? Oh, perfect.
That's pretty good, huh?
Yeah, right. There's plenty of space in there.